Hi, this is Maureen Blakeney. This is my Module 14 case study presentation. Identifying the problems, what's known? School's in an affluent area of a large city. Miss Tate is in her second year as a teacher, and she teaches rigorous courses and is very strict within her classroom. Dr. Smith, the building principal, is a seasoned and successful principal. Parents of the students are professionals. Parents of the students are concerned about the low grades in Miss Tate's course. Those students also are very competitive when it comes to their grades. Dr. Smith has received numerous complaints from the parents about how Miss Tate's classroom is run, what she is doing, and their students' low grades. Dr. Smith did give her information about how she could change the atmosphere of her classroom, which she did not do. Miss Tate received an anonymous email directing her to a web page. She did visit that web page, found suggestive comments, which ended with, "Who wants Miss Tate to disappear?" Miss Tate reports that to Dr. Smith, and she feels that it's a death threat and very frightened enough that she doesn't spend the night at her home, but at her parents', who is 3 hours away. Dr. Smith believes that the comment is a prank, but he did take a look into it and reassured Miss Tate that he would interview the student that she named as a possible person that put up the web page and sent the email. And Dr. Smith is going to have IT to see if they can determine where the email came from. Now, what do we need to know? Where did the email originate? Was the email sent to Miss Tate's school email or a private email? Did a student, parent, or someone else send the email? And who put up the web page? Student, parent, or someone else? Was the email sent from the school network? Was the school network used to put up the web page? And is the statement or the question, "Who wants Miss Tate to disappear?" a threat? Has the student Miss Tate named been a disciplinary problem for anyone? Now, the problem. The comment was posted on social media and could be considered a threat. Could also be considered assault as Miss Tate felt threatened. If the email was sent and the comment posted by a student, it could be considered a violation of the school's internet use policy. Another problem is Miss Tate's inflexibility. When in her classroom, she is so strict that the students are stressed out and they're not achieving their best. Proposed plan of action. Once the threat report has been received, a threat assessment inquiry to determine what type of threat it is or may be, and even if it is a threat. Interview the student that Miss Tate named to get any information he may have about it, whether he did it or he knows who might have done it. Interview all those students that may be involved. Interview teachers of this student that was named to determine if there has been any change in his moods, behaviors that would give them an idea that he might have done it. Contact the IT department to see if they can determine where the email came from, if it was sent from within the school network or not. Contact Facebook about the website to see if they know who put it up and have them remove the web page. Contact the involved students' parents when it is determined who was involved. That way they are right up to speed on what is going on, whether they knew what was going on or not, just covering the bases. Impose any disciplinary action to the student or students that were involved when the inquiry is finished. Send out an email, a letter, or a robocall, giving all the parents of the school the information that there was a threat, that it was investigated, and that there was no threat to their students at the school. Meet with the faculty and staff to let them know and to reinforce the school's threat assessment policies. And also stress having a good relationship with the students. Also, meet with the student body to get with them about the online safety policies of the school and to remind them if they see something to say something. What is best for the students? You're going to meet with the student body, inform them of the possible threat was investigated, keeping the rumors down, review the school and district internet policies. Once again, make sure they know if they see something, say something to a trusted adult, and that all threats should be taken seriously. Ms. Tate's strictness in her classroom. Maybe provide her with a mentor so she can see what can be done and get a balance in her classroom so the students still know what her policies and procedures are, but get the atmosphere to where the students aren't stressed and they can succeed. Institute a program that gives the students the tools to cope with their everyday lives, and as well to be aware of what signs to look for if someone is thinking about taking violence against the school, a teacher, or themselves. It's a fine line you have to walk, especially when this one was anonymous. You have to keep the inquiry going, and you want the cooperation of the students and any teachers. It can be resolved when you do have the cooperation of the students. Once again, Ms. Tate's management of the classroom, if she had followed some of the advice, it may not have happened at all. Acting with integrity, following all the policies and the procedures for conducting this inquiry. Treat everyone with respect that's involved, and not taking the report of that threat lightly. Acting with fairness. Don't have any preconceived opinions about who was involved, or having whether they're guilty or not. Disciplinary action when you take it, whether it's one student or a dozen, it all has to be fair and evenly distributed. Ethical manners. Complete your inquiry as thoroughly as possible. Report the findings of your inquiry to everyone that needs to have that information according with school and district policy. And any of the students that are involved, they may need counseling, and make sure that's available to them. I like this because it was different. It wasn't a student said this. It was anonymous, so I had to really think a little bit more. It made me dig deeper into what would need to be done. Having a good relationship with your students is very necessary. And that's my conclusions.